Islamic land. And we will study today about the economy of the Central Islamic land. Means the land which was conquered by the Islamic community, that is Ummah, and which was under its control after the Third Crusade also and before that also. What was the economic condition and how they were managing their economy in their state, means in their empire, means the areas which were under the control of the Islamic community, that is Ummah. Now see, the first is agriculture. At that time, the main occupation of the people were agriculture, so they tried to improve in the field of agriculture so that they could impose taxes also, and this was the main source of revenue of the government. And we are studying especially here the areas which were newly conquered by the Islamic community and the communities which were already under the control of the Ummah. And here we can see that there is a description of Iran and Iraq, means there were many kinds of peasants, as we have studied in our previous classes also, that in India also this is a situation that some peasants are very large farmers having very large land, and they are doing the agriculture, and they are doing the work of cultivating food grains on a large part of land. But at the same time there are middle farmers also who are having a small field and they are doing the agricultural work at that part of the land. There are landless farmers also which are working on the big farmers' land, and that's why we have studied in the previous classes about the disguised unemployment, seasonal unemployment, all these things we have studied. And these are the part of not only in Indian economy, but that is the part of in every economy when we are going to study in deep at the time of that period when which we are studying in this that is 11th century or before that. And today also we can find examples and such like big farmers, middle farmers or small farmers, or we can say landless farmers. And we can also find the examples of disguised unemployment or seasonal unemployment. Today also we can find these examples, not only in India but in other parts of the world. When we are going to study in deep, then we can find the examples. Now let's know here, in Iran and Iraq, whatever the peasants were there, whatever the lands they were having, they were growing food crops in their own land. And we can see next that abandoned state. What happened that after the invasion of the Christians or other invasions, many farmers were there. They were having very big lands, but they had to leave due to the invasions and they left it. So after their leaving land, those lands were given to the family members of the Caliph when they left these lands. And now the family members of the Caliph started to use those lands for growing food crops. The next is, we can see the state's income. Actually at the time of at the time when what we are studying, that is 11th century, 12th century, 13th century, or we can say before that also 7th century, 8th and 9th and 10th century. In all the periods, the agriculture was the main area, agriculture was the main source of the income of the state. Then next is land revenue, means income of the state. Whatever the income of the state is there, that is called the revenue. Revenue means the money which is gained or obtained after putting or imposing or levying taxes on some materials, or we can say on agriculture, on cattle or homes, and what are the source of income is there for the government, and what are the money the government is getting after levying all types of taxes. Those money is called the revenue. So this land revenue was the main source of the income of the state, that is government. Then next we can see the taxes. if we are going to talk about taxes, we can find many examples in India also during each and every ruler, and they have imposed varied taxes and on the basis of the occupation which the people were doing. Like agriculture was always the main source of revenue for the government in India also, in each and every ruler, in each and every period. If we are going to study about ancient period of Indian history, middle period, or in the modern period also, agriculture was the main. In modern period we can say a variety of sources are there, and in agriculture very less is there, but in other sources are there from where the government is getting the revenue. But at the ancient time and the middle period, the main source of revenue was only agriculture. And some sources where some taxes were imposed on cattle also, some sources and fairs also. And here we can see now taxes. There were two types of taxes. One was kharas and the other was ushar. And the kharas, the tax kharas means the taxes which were imposed on non-Muslim people of that period. Those taxes were called kharas, and those taxes were half, means whatever the produce is there, 50% of the produce they had to submit to the government, and then 1/5, sometimes it is 1/5, means whatever the produce is there, 1/5 of that has to be submitted to the government. Then next tax is usar. Usar means the tax which was imposed and levied on the Muslims, and that was only 1/10 of the produce, means whatever the food production is there, food grain production is there, only 1/10 of that has to be submitted to the government. So what happened? When the non-Muslim people saw that they had to submit the half of the produce or 1/5 of the produce, and non-Muslims are submitting this much, but the Muslims are submitting only 1/10 of the produce, then they thought that they should convert themselves into Islam. They should also adopt Islam. The result was that conversion was very fast. People started to convert themselves into Islam, and the result was that when the conversion was fast and people started to adopt Islam and they had started to become Muslims, then again they will also pay only 1/10. Now the people who are paying only half, means half of the produce or 1/5 of the produce, now the number of people are getting less, or the number of people is declining. The result was that now the income of the state government, the state government means the whatever the government is there, राज्य की जो income थी वो क्या होने लगी? It started to decrease. And the result was that now government started to think that it should adopt a new way, and it started to discourage the conversion of religion. उसने सोचा कि अब जो है हम कन्वर्जन को ही कम कर दें, कि नाउ पीपल शुड नॉट कन्वर्ट, नॉन मुस्लिम शुड नॉट अडॉप्ट इस्लाम नाउ. And the second thing was that the government started to think to make some uniform policy, यानी कि एक ऐसा लॉ बने जो सबके ऊपर समान रूप से लागू हो, so that no one should convert or everyone should pay, so that the income of the government should increase. And next the result was that it started to make the uniform policy. Now let's study what the government has done for the increase the production of the food grain. The main important thing was that the government has started to make dams and canals, so that farmers should not be dependent only on monsoon, and they could get the facility of irrigation, because irrigation is the main thing for agriculture. Some other things are also there, and the government started to provide all these facilities. The government started to provide and think and give and working on this field, so that the farmers could not face any difficulty, and they could get all the facilities which are needed for the production of the crops. Then then the next important thing is that at that time there was not so much technological development. So whatever the traditional tools were there, traditional method of farming were there, farmers were using all those traditional farmings. Still they have started to grow some new crops like cotton, watermelon, and then we can see oranges also, banana also. These were the new crops for the farmers of the Arab countries, and they started to grow all these crops. So children, what we have studied today in this topic, we have studied that agriculture was the main occupation. This was the main source of income, that is revenue for the state also. And in Iran and Iraq, many farmers were there, like big farmers, middle farmers, and small farmers, some were landless farmers also. And then state's income, what was the, it was based on the revenue imposed on the agriculture. And taxes were of two types, kharaj and urs. And kharaj was imposed or levied on the non-Muslims, and which was 1/2 or 1/5 of the produce. And then ushr was the tax which was imposed only on Muslims, and which was only 1/10 of the produce. Then other thing, the government also paid attention for the agricultural equipments like dams, canals, and some other things needed. And next thing, the conversion started very fast, and the government thought that they should it should adopt some common policy so that conversion should not be so fast, and it discouraged the conversion. That is, the conversion means when the people are converting from one religion to another religion. And the people of Arab country, they started to grow some new crops also. That's all for today, children. Have a nice day.